Hello everybody. Now, I really didn't intend on talking about Pokemon X and Y again, considering how there really wasn't much to talk about, or so I thought. But a few things have happened recently, and I thought I might as well give my thoughts on them. First off, the VGC rules. So let's talk about the rules. The first thing is that most of them are the same as last year's. Buy the newest game, same Pokemon thing, no hacked games as usual, blah blah blah. But one of the rules on here stands out. Which one, you may ask? Only Kalos Pokemon are allowed. What does that mean? Pretty much any Pokemon you catch in the game is allowed. What does this mean? Well, let's just say you bought a $35 copy of Pokemon Black and White 1 or 2. And let's just say you want to move all your Pokemon that you've EV trained, you've put hours into it, or you hacked with some tool if you're not one of those people. But let's just say you're one of those who competes in the VGC and you actually legit EV train your Pokemon because they don't let you use Pokesave and stuff. Here's where the kicker comes in. You can't use those Pokemon. So that Pokemon from your Generation 3, 4, or 5 game, you can't use in your Generation 6 game you plunk down $40 for. And to make matters worse and to add insult to injury, you have to pay $5 a year to move your Pokemon. So basically that's $5 a year for something you can't even use in the official tournaments. And did I mention that there has been a history of shutting services down with Nintendo? As I speak right now, Global Link is shutting down for Generation 5 games. So you know the Dream World? The thing they ripped out features of Black and White that existed in Diamond and Pearl and past generations, just so they could add that? It's getting shut down, leaving you with pretty much fewer features than Diamond and Pearl had. And the sad thing is, part of me was afraid this was going to happen back in 2010, and it did. Now, this probably won't matter as much if you're not going to compete into an official tournament, but because let's face it, nobody ever follows official rules when playing, say, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, or all the other card games because they want you to buy new cards every week. And nobody ever follows that rule. But let's get back on topic. The reason I brought this up is to go on to my next point. The fact that hackers have been rampant. Thanks to a series of exploits featuring the GTS and, well, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Pokesave, a ton of stuff happened with Pokemon hacking. It got a lot easier. No longer did you need an action replay and a long cryptic cheat code. Anybody could send Pokemon to their DS. Websites were set up. There's a program released for the PC. And now there are even apps for your iPod, your smartphone, or anything like that, which will let you create Pokemon. And of course, hacking went way up. How bad, you may ask? Well, just take a look at these numbers. There's a lower amount in the junior and senior division because, well, these are younger players. But the master division and the other stuff, considering how easy it is to hack for people with more knowledge, look, they banned over 1,000 to 2,000 hackers from Pokemon. That's right. They banned about 2,000 people entering a tournament. That should tell you something right off the bat about Pokemon Wi-Fi and how often it's hacked. So why am I bringing this up? Because now it's time to get to the main bombshell. Pokemon X and Y has been hacked. Not in the old ways, not by save modifying, because they haven't cracked the encryption they used, but here's how. Because Game Freak couldn't code the game properly because the game was so poorly coded, it sent the battle move information to the other player unencrypted. So somebody wrote a hack that lets you see the opponent's Pokemon. That's right, there's a program called Battle Analyzer you can download for free on the internet, just like PokeSave, just like all those other programs, that lets the other person, when they make their move, you get to see it, and then you can make your own move. That's right. Somebody made a hack that did that. And because, unlike other games where they managed to find out how to ban hackers with Pokemon and stuff, let's just say, instead of posting a tweet or an announcement like any other developer would do saying, we're aware of this, we're working on it, this is what they do. In a knee-jerk reaction, instead of trying to patch the game or ban hackers, this is what they do. Take it offline. Now, I never saw Halo go offline when there were people manipulating ranks. I never saw Call of Duty 4 or other games like that get taken offline because somebody was using a 10th prestige lobby. I never saw any other game go down for similar reasons. This is the first time I've seen a whole game go down for the world because of a few hackers. Honestly, I really can't support a company that responds instead of with updates, instead of with bans, with knee-jerk reactions. And honestly, I really can't support Game Freak in moves like this. I mean, taking off the messaging system just because of one person is a similar knee-jerk reaction. Just take a look at what happened with Swap Note. And all I have to say is this. The point is, Pokemon is not only not that competitive, but with hackers like this, it's got a major problem. Especially when hackers are able to use these kind of hacks. I mean, with other games, they can find out if people are using lag switches or host booting. This game, no bans, no nothing, no security, or little to no security at all. And honestly, this game just isn't that good for competitive play, especially when these kind of hacks are so rampant, and when their only solution to a hack is to, instead of issue an announcement and say, we're working on it and we're aware of it, they shut it down. And really, I could go into a long, separate rant on why Pokemon isn't really a good competitive game, but that's another story. All I will say is this. With stuff like this, Pokemon really hasn't been a competitive game, and it's more about selling stuff than being competitive. And I've never seen a professional esports tournament take Pokemon seriously, like with fighting games, StarCraft, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, all sorts of other games. Pokemon is not one of those. And that's all I have to really say. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.